Tanja Herd. I'm an urban designer and associate professor of theory and methods of urban design at TU Delft. In this video of the Inclusive Cities MOOC, I will give you 5 possible answers to the question what urban design can provide to reduce spatial inequality. The first answer is that urban design can help to design cities more inclusively. Today's problems of urban design are as much socioeconomic as they are spatial. Economic inequality and social distinction have spatial consequences and shape the geography of a city, and in turn the spatial conditions of a place shape the fate of its inhabitants. Cities therefore display socioeconomic and cultural division throughout the unequal distribution of economic, environmental, and social functions within a neighborhood or city. It is therefore important to design cities in an inclusive way. This will become particularly evident when looking at the housing market, where prices are calculated based on factors such as centrality and availability of public infrastructure. These effects leave locations of cheaper housing to low-income groups. Lower-priced locations often lack centrality and access to amenities or suffer from bad environmental quality. Because they are located next to noisy streets or heavy industry, they are geographically placed in areas that are hard to access or lack connections to other locations. Urban design may help to balance these unequal distribution of resources and improve environmental qualities. Here, it can provide spatial solutions that go beyond the general zoning provided by planning laws and building regulations. These solutions need to be tailor-made and adjusted to the particular spatial situation and the need of its inhabitants. Therefore, urban designers use mixed method approaches such as advanced spatial analysis and qualitative analysis of social spaces to gain insights into spatial qualities such as the accessibility of a place or the connectivity. They also look at the particular needs of inhabitants, potential adaptation of future trends, or environmental and social changes. The second aspect I would like to talk about is the connectivity and centrality of places that are defined by urban design. Cities need to be understood in terms of dynamic processes. They make it easier for people and things to interact. Urban design therefore defines the performance characteristics of a city. This means that the urban morphology of a city, such as plot sizes, the layout of infrastructural grid, density and location of public infrastructure, define the opportunity of encounters and possibility to have access to services. On top of that, the design of urban typologies, houses, and public space determines the quality of the living environment in a city. Therefore, the city fabric also determines the opportunities of its inhabitants to access particular jobs or public services such as education or healthcare, depending on where they live. Given the fact that more affluent people can afford to move to opportunities they seek, the performance characteristics of a city are especially important for inhabitants with low income. Here, access to good public transport may provide an opportunity to balance deficits of the existing urban morphology that would be otherwise hard to change. The third answer to the question of how urban design can contribute to the inclusiveness of city is to focus on small-scale interventions. In most European cities, urban designers work in the context of urban transformation. Their work is dedicated to the adaptation and redesign of parts of the existing city fabric. Under these circumstances, change towards more inclusive qualities can already be stimulated through small-scale interventions. A pedestrian bridge over a highway or the introduction of a footpath or bike lane may help to increase, for example, the connectedness of a place or the accessibility of an infrastructure. These smaller interventions may also help to create what American political theorist Iris Marion Young called soft borders between different neighborhoods. The possibility to access, walk through, and also experience different urban settings and communities is an important and valuable aspect of everyday life that helps to experience difference. Building on the previous argument, urban design may also help to foster the social resilience of a city. When talking about urban transformation, urban designers are also confronted with the gradual adaptation of the housing stock and change of typology. In order to achieve greater inclusiveness, urban design interventions have to provide sufficient affordable housing for different income classes. This can be done through the introduction of different urban typologies. Housing stock also has to be adaptable enough to accommodate people throughout different phases in life. The provision of different forms of housing should allow inhabitants to stay within their local community when experiencing a change in their private living situation without losing their local social network. Being able to stay in an already established community enables residents to live their lives independently under different circumstances. For example, starting a family might increase the need for larger accommodations and good public infrastructure, such as educational facilities, whereas elderly people do not necessarily need large accommodations, but seek social support and local supply in a distance walkable from their homes. Here, a gradual adaptation of urban typologies and housing formats may contribute to what some researchers call the social resilience of a neighborhood. The fifth answer on how urban design contributes to inclusive cities is on the combination of small-scale interventions with governance. Most successful interventions imply a combination of public investment in basic infrastructure such as a park or community garden in combination with a private activity or initiative that stimulates use, gives access to the local community, and provides maintenance. Here, semi-public functions such as a cafe or shop may provide necessary activity at an otherwise deserted location. A community initiative may provide sufficient program and maintenance. I would like to give you an example. The municipality of the Swedish city of Malmö transformed some of their districts into sustainable neighborhoods, such as the new area BO1, located at the city's former harbor area. In Malmö's former working-class district, Augustenborg, the municipality, together with some housing cooperatives, opened parts of their public green space for community gardening. This initiative was part of the larger Ekostaden Augustenborg program that aimed for a sustainable transformation of the district. These initiatives have multifaceted benefits. They strengthen the cultural identity of a place, provide access to public life for people from different cultural backgrounds, and contribute to the health of citizens and safety in the area.